Is on the scene, and what you're about to see is a moment in time that speaks louder than the headlines, louder than political spin, and louder than silence. This happened on Las Vegas Boulevard, June 11, 2025. Around 5 p.m., the crowd started forming. But this wasn't just a protest, it was a cry from the people. And here at On the Scene, we're not just reporting what happened. We're standing with the people protesting, because what's happening in this country right now is not okay. We're watching as ICE raids spread across the nation. They said they'd be targeting criminals, but the reality on the ground is very different. They're not picking up gang members. They're not taking down violent offenders. They're coming for hard-working families, for parents, for farm workers, for people who've been here for decades, many with no record at all. We hear it all the time, they're just doing their job. ICE agents are just following orders, right? But let's be honest, so were German soldiers in the 1930s when they loaded Jewish people into trains. Just doing your job is not an excuse when your job is causing injustice. What we're seeing right now in America isn't new, it's a repeat of historical patterns. In the 1930s, people were labeled undesirable and rounded up. In the 1940s, Japanese American citizens were thrown into camps. In the 1960s, African Americans demanding equality were met with dogs, hoses, and troops. And now, in 2025, immigrants are being snatched from job sites and homes in broad daylight. They're treated like criminals for the crime of wanting a better life. They said they'd target criminals. But instead, they've targeted farm workers. They've targeted construction crews. They've targeted parents picking up their kids from school. And they're doing it in places like Home Depot and Glen Valley, where people have worked for 10, 15, even 20 years. This is not law and order, this is fear, this is trauma, this is wrong. In Omaha, Nebraska, over 100 workers were taken in one sweep. That's not criminal enforcement. That's economic and social destruction, ripping people out of their livelihoods, leaving families devastated and communities shaken. We're told to believe this is justice. But we haven't seen justice. We've seen children cry. We've seen mothers disappear. We've seen fathers arrested in front of their co-workers. We've yet to see the actual criminals being taken away. But we keep seeing the same kind of people being dragged from their jobs and their homes, people who clean our streets, build our homes, grow our food. Where is the justice in that? Senator Alex Padilla himself has called out what's happening. But the truth is, this isn't a policy gone wrong, this is a plan playing out exactly as intended. This is Trump's mass deportation promise becoming reality. And the double standard is impossible to ignore. When 30,000 Ukrainians came here seeking asylum, there was no public outrage. No ICE raids. No mass deportations. They were welcomed. But now, when Latino immigrants who've worked here for years seek the same peace, they're treated like criminals. Why? Why are some welcomed, and others dragged away? It's not about the law. It's about whose humanity this country chooses to recognize. Let's also talk about the Mexican flag. We saw it proudly flown during the protest, and some people say, if you're in America, only fly the American flag. But we ask, why is it okay in Little Italy to fly Italian flags in San Francisco? No one says a word. No one tells them to take their flag down. So why is it different when it's the Mexican flag? Being proud of your roots is not anti-American. It's a celebration of culture, of family, of struggle, and strength. People should be allowed to wave their flag without being told it means they don't belong. This isn't just about deportations, it's about identity, dignity, and the right to exist without fear. The reality is, this crackdown is tearing lives apart. These raids are happening during work hours, at schools, in homes. Kids are being left behind, waiting for parents who will never come back. Businesses are suffering, families are breaking, and trust in the system is collapsing. And still people are rising. Citizens are coming out in protest, standing shoulder to shoulder with undocumented neighbors and saying, "Enough." They're carrying signs, blocking streets, refusing to be silent. And here at On the Scene, we're not neutral on this. We see who's being targeted. We hear the fear. We feel the heartbreak. And we're standing with the people speaking up. Because this isn't about left or right, this is about right and wrong. We've seen this kind of silence in history before, and we know where it leads. One day, our children and grandchildren will ask, what did people do when hard-working families were being deported? What did we do when ICE came for the people who built our homes, cooked our food, raised our children? And we'll be able to say, we saw it. We reported it. We stood on the right side of history.